Make sure to watch the bonus material at the end of this tutorial where I show you how to take your mock-ups and quickly create the templates for your actual items. Hello, and welcome to Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus. I was reading in some of my groups that some people wanted to know how to make mock-ups. So in this video tonight, I'm going to be making a mock-up for a Fortnite style party. And here are some examples of some of the mock-ups that I've made for party games like punch boxes and custom invitations that I've shown here, and 3 different mock-ups, one for plate rings, one for chip bags, a simple one for chip bags, and also one for cups. And at the end of the video, as a bonus, I'll be showing you how I used my mock-ups to make my actual items by dragging the elements from my mock-up into the templates that I use for my party supplies. Let's get started. I'm going to be showing you a very easy way to make your mock-up. I'm using Microsoft Pictorit. You might use any other software that allows you to crop or to fill shapes with pictures. I'm still teaching myself to do it in some other software, but for starters, any kind of software, if you're using PS or any of the other free graphic design software, anything that can cut circles and squares and superimpose photos over a shape, you can do these mock-ups. I'm going to show you a really simple one for making plates and cups. So all you would do is first you'd go to the internet and you would look for, you can even say blank cup, blank 9-ounce paper cup. Just type in whatever you're looking for and blank 9-inch paper cup. And then you just choose your image. Here's one that looks like the one they sell at the Dollar Tree. So once it comes up, you're just going to, if you're using Windows, you're just going to right click on it. If you can't right click on it, if it does something like this, then you go down to your snippet tool, and this is on any Windows computer. Click on the snippet tool. If it won't, there it is, it comes up, and you're just gonna crop out that cup. Now you're gonna move your cursor, it becomes a little dot, but if you move it right in the middle of that cup, hit copy, and then I'm going to take that and drop it in my Pictorit page. I'm going to go ahead and use this as a, using Microsoft Pictorit or any graphic software you're going to use. I'm just going to go and cut out the portion of the cup that I want to decorate, and in this one I'm choosing trace an area on your own. Some people I'm giving the software away to, and I've been mailing it out to some people, but it's getting a bit expensive because I was doing it for free, and it cost me $6 to mail the disc. So if you haven't received your disc yet, I had been sick a bit, and so I haven't gotten around to it. But anyone else that's interested in getting the software that I use, if you can send me an envelope for diskettes that you can get at the dollar store and make it self-addressed and put in $6 for postage, I will send you one as well. So as you can see, all I'm doing is going around the edges of the cup, which is the portion that I'm going to want to superimpose or insert a different picture on. I have my cup. I'm going to go back to the internet and I'm going to grab the plastic plate. You can literally type in Dollar Tree plastic plate. Oop, I didn't quite spell that right. Plastic plate, and get the exact plate that you can purchase at the Dollar Tree, which is, this is the one that I think I use majority of the time. And I'm just going to right click and copy. Like I said, most of the pictures you can just right click and copy, but if you can't right click and copy, make sure you attach the snipping tool to your desktop. So now I right click and copy this image. I'm going to take it back to picture it, drop it on my page, pull it out a little bit, and I'm going to go in once again to cut out the pictures. Then this time I'm going to cut out with the cookie cutter shape, change it to a circle, hit next. Oop, not yet. First I'm going to put it on the area of the plate that I would be decorating, which is this center circle. And done. Now, what else would we have? Potato chips. That one, you just go once again to Google, type. I usually start everything with high res just so I can get the best copy possible. High res, free, and I'm going to say blank potato chip bag. Then I'm going to click on images. Here's a good one because it's outlined in white and it's darker, so it'll be easy to pull it out. I'm going to copy this image, go back, paste it, and I'm going to just suck that right out of this white background. Nope, I gotta drop my sensitivity down a bit. I dropped it down too much. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one to a new page because it's pulling in the background and I don't want that. So I'm gonna take it to a new page. I'm gonna crop it down first with the square, and then I'll get it to exactly what I want it to be after I do this. I'll just crop out the rest of the side by tracing on my own. So I'm doing this pretty quickly to give you a general idea, but I will do one that's more in depth if I went too quickly for you. So now I'm just going to go in tracing on my own, and I'm just going to crop out these edges. Now some people might have a faster way to do this, but this is the way I do it if it doesn't just easily crop out by color. And go around to this side. The chip bag will probably be the most difficult one you'd have to crop. And now there have some new software out that you can go to that crops things out for you. I don't know if they just crop people out or items. I'll have to check on that, and if so, you can always use that. So now I have my chip bag, and what I also like to do is cut out the ends so that I can change them to a different color. So I'm just going to choose a square, and I'm going to crop the ends of the chip bag so that I can change these to something new, a new color, without the whole bag having to be the same. So I cut that one out. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. And you can do this with any item. If you're looking to do a Hershey bar, you can look up Hershey bar or candy bar blank mock-up, and you will be able to find pretty much any item that you're looking for. So now I'm going to group this so I can drag it into what I'm working on, what I was already working on over here. Get rid of this. Bring my chip bag up, dragging it up there. This is old software, so it acts kind of crazy at times. Alright, so now I have my cup front, I have my plate, and I have a chip bag. And of course you can arrange this any way you want. Oh, water bottles are always good to have too. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to bring my cup down some. Move my plate. And I'm just when I pull like this, it's just that I'm trying to keep the centerpiece that I cut out in the plate together. Same thing with the chip bag. I want to keep all the pieces together. And I'm just going to arrange this. Oh, I forgot to cut out the background of the plate, but I don't really have to. I just need to bring this cup to the front because this portion of the plate is not going to change. I'm only changing the inside. So I'm just going to drag my cup to the top layer. And I didn't cut out all around the cup either, but you can do that if you're going to have other items on the page. You can, it's picking that up. You can do that. Okay, now let's get decorating. Move this cup over a little more. And you do the same thing with water bottle. Just type in blank water bottle. And if you don't successfully find all the blanks you're looking for, I will be glad to help you. Just let me know in the comments. Alright, so now I'm going to ungroup everything. And I'm just going to pick a picture off the internet at random. I'm trying to think of a theme right quickly. Oh, Fortnite's a good one. Everybody wants Fortnite. And I'm going to type high res Fortnite wallpaper, because the wallpaper is already free to use. And then I'm going to click on images. I'm going to look through here for one of the pictures that I want to use. Let's see, what does this one look like? Okay, we can use this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to right click on it, hit copy, and I'm going to go back to picture it, but I'm going to open up a blank page and I'm going to drop that picture on the blank page. Now this might be different in done differently in PS, but this is how I do it in Microsoft Picture It. So I have this picture. I'm going to go here, put it on my plate. So I'm going to click that inner circle. I'm going to go to cutout and picture. I'm going to go to this function, which is fill cutout with a picture. I'm going to click the apple, which means I'm going to pull a picture up. And then I'm just going to drag the picture up from the bottom. And it fills my plate. And now I'm just going to move it around so that I want to size it so that it looks good. Make sure I'm not cropping out any of the people. There we go. And you got your plate. So now you have your mock-up of a Fortnite plate. Now I'm going to go back and look for a different picture for the cup. Let's see. Maybe something bright. Or you can use the same picture, but I like using different pictures. I don't think this one is high res, is big enough, so I'm going to go back in and look for something else. Let's see. I like to go with the groups of people. Let's go with these guys. And I'm going to put them on the cup. So I'm just going to right click, copy, go here. Once again, I'm going to put a blank sheet down and open up the picture on the blank sheet. Then I'm going to go here to my cup, switch back. I'm going to click on that part that I cut out previously, going back to cutout and pictures, fill with a cutout and picture. And then I'm going to go down here and grab that picture and drag it up. And I kind of like the way that looks. So now you have your Fortnite cup. Next we're going to do the chip bag. So I'm going to go and find a picture to drag in for the chip bag. And you of course can do this with any pictures you find. That's not the, I don't want that one. I want this one again. Alright, so now let's see. Maybe this is the chip. So let's just to show the different ways that it can look. Oh, that's Christmas. So let's go with this one. I'm sticking with our blue theme. So I'm going to right click on this one. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to take it down to picture it. And I'm going to once again put it on a separate page. And usually what I'll do, I'll just keep popping one picture on top of the same blank page. But just to make it a little easier, I'll do it like this. And then I'm going to go to the chip bag and make sure that it's all loosened. And I'm going to just drag this picture up into my chip bag. So I'm going to go to that same feature, cut out a picture. And like I said, you'll be using your software, whatever you design in that uses these, that have similar functions. And you'll do yours in that function. So now I'm just going to reposition the picture and see how many I can get in there. I think I'll leave it larger. And I usually, try to make my bags look a lot better, but just to show you how to quickly set yours up, this is just quickly showing you that. Now I'm going to go back to the internet and I'm going to look for Fortnite logo. Fortnite logo. Go to images. I'm going to look for one with a white background, and a lot of them have the white background. Let's see, which one do I like the best? Well, let's grab this while we're in here to put that on. I like the way it looks. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to take it and drop it on a page and pull out the gold. Since whenever you take an SVG, which is the one with the black and gray background, and you copy it and bring it in, it makes the white area black. If you want to keep the white area as a gray and white, you would want to use the snippet tool. But I think I can pull out what I need anyway, because there's not any black in the gold little metal. So I'm going to choose to cut out, but this time I'm going to cut out by color. And I'm just going to click in the black area. Then I'm going to click next, select opposite area, done. Then I'm going to delete the one behind. So now I have my symbol here, and I'm just going to cut it out a little bit more, just with the cookie cutter shaped square. And I'm going to take that and drop it, hit done. Take it and drop it on my chip bag. And usually what I do is I'll put 2 copies of the chip bag on. One will be, I guess I'll do that now. One will be, I'll just drag this one up again. So one will be the back of the bag and one will be the front of the bag. And what I do for the back of the bag, I'll take a color. I'll make it the lighter blue. Done. Then I'm going to take that blue to a separate page so I can expand it, and then I'll go back up and drop it on this bag the same way I did with that picture. I'm going to go to cutout and picture, fill picture with a cutout, choose the apple, and then I'm just going to drag that blue up like that. I'm going to take a white square and pull in so that it looks like that little strip that is down the middle of the bag, to show that this is the back. Then I'm going to drop this white bar down a layer so that it looks like it's under the edge. Now with the edges, I'm going to change them just to, I think I'll change it to red just to show you how that's done. I'm going to go to touch up, correct tint, and then I'm going to just change it to a different shade and change it to red. Maybe I'll just stick with a different blue. So I just scroll down and make that blue. I think I'll make it a darker navy blue. And so I'm just going into change color and I'm going to darken it. All right. Now my little gold emblem, let's say I put that on the back as a little accent. I'll give it a shadow just to make it stand out a little more. Make it look kind of 3D. Pull it out a little bit. And then you can adjust the shadow softness in this app, which I like, and make it exactly how you want it to look. You can drop that shadow anywhere you want. I think it looks good like that. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to get the Fortnite, from the name Fortnite, from one of the, I like the one that has the pickaxes. Let's see. Battle Royale. Let's get that one. Yeah, this is a popular one. No, that's the one. That's the one I'm looking for right there. Alright. Yes, this is it. So I'm going to double click on that. Once again, this one, since it has the checkerboard around it, I'm going to look for one that just has white. Here we go. If it just has white around it, then when you copy it, it will, not this one. Darn it. Sometime when you bring them up, they show the SVG background. That one's cut off. I want one that doesn't have the SVG background. So I'm just gonna click over a few of them until I find one that doesn't have it. Alright, since all these seem to have it, the ones that I like, I'll try one more. Maybe this one will work. Nope, all of these are SVGs already. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'll just go with this one, and I'm gonna do a snippet. So that was the last thing I snipped. I just click on new snippet, and then I'm going to go in here and cut this out. Just like that. Put your cursor in the middle of it, right click and copy. And take it to, I'll take it to this page because I don't need this blue anymore. And I'm going to delete that blue. So now by color selection, I'm just going to take out just this gray background. Undo. I just want the little gray and white background. So it's taken out too much, so I'm going to go ahead and hit done because I got pretty much everything I want, and then I will select the opposite area, and then because this is the area it was cutting out, I'm just going to go in and trace it out on my own, just that part. Just the light parts. And it doesn't matter that I made it a weird shape. All it matters is that I included the part that was left out, and I did. So I'm going to hit done. Then I'm going to get rid of this bottom layer, and I'm left with just the Battle Royale sign. So I'm going to group those, or I can just do a cutout, which will automatically turn it into a JPEG file. And I think I'll do that because this is old software and sometimes it will fail on me if I have too many things going at the same time. So I'm going to switch back to this, and I'm going to take my Fortnite sign. I should have deleted the bottom one, but it's the top one that I'm going to use. I'm going to drag up my Fortnite sign and drop it there. I like putting shadows around things to give it some dimension and definition, so I'm going to drop a shadow here and change it, the softness a little bit so that it looks a little fuzzy around the edges. I'll also drag it here to the back of my bag. Make it small enough to put it right there. So now I usually already have my logo made up, so I'm going to go in and just open that, find my logo that I put on everything. I think it's up here somewhere. There it is. So I make one upright and one vertical and one horizontal. So I'm going to go back to my chip bag so I can easily put in the one I need, depending on what I'm doing. Alright, and I'm going to resize that, put it here. And then I usually have my birthday facts to put over here, and I just drag those in as well. And it's good if you have those already pre-made, which, as you can see, I can't find mine. But if you have it already pre-made, I'll just use a white square for today. But I have them already made. But seeing that I'm trying to move quickly, I'm not going to look for it. So this would be my birthday facts right here, and then you could put, you might move this down some and put your thank you message here or whatever you'd like on the back. And these would also be dark blue to match the front of the bag, or you can make them different color, but I'll go ahead and make them a similar color just to keep with the blue theme. I'm just darkening it so I can match it to the other one. It's a little more blue in there, that one's a little green. There you go, that matches pretty well. So now you have your chip bag mock-up, you have your plate mock-up, and you have your cup mock-up. This is your basic mock-up. Very, very basic if you're sending out to a customer, and then I like to put a shadow around it to give it some 3D appeal. So I'm just gonna pull that shadow out a little bit and give it some softness. Do the same thing with the cup and the plate, so it gives it that little 3D appearance. Oh, I forgot I didn't cut those out, so let me do that right quick. I'm just going to cut that out with a circle shape. But this is just your basic way of making a mock-up. And the good thing about the way I make my mock-ups, I can then use these designs to actually make the actual items. So I'm going to put a shadow on that, and I'll soften it a little bit. Not that much. There we go. And I'll drop it back behind that chip bag. I'll do the same thing with this one. But just for the sake of time, I'm just going to shadow just the portion that I had cut out there. I'll soften it a little bit. Done. And that's your basic mock-up. Now that we have all of our pieces, and you'll see I added in a black ring around the birthday facts or the info, and one around my logo here, and we can add a message to the back. Thanks for coming to my party. If you wanted to add a picture, someone's picture, you could easily do that. Thanks for coming to battle with me, or whatever you want to add on there. Oops. And as I said once before, I try not to cut out mistakes I made so that you can see how easy they are to fix them. So put that there. And always have your other items, your barcodes or any of the other items you want to use, have those pre-made so that you can just pull them up and drop them on your picture, and you don't have to worry about having to stop and make them every time. So now I went ahead and I cropped out around the cup so that I could show you how to finish this up, and of course that wasn't there either. It was like this. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to finish it up. I added in a birthday fax with the lines, and I cropped out the cup so that I could put it wherever I wanted. And now just to finish this out, I'm going to go and grab a background. I'm just going to choose a solid color. Usually a gradient is easy to work with. I found one in Chrome. All I typed in was gold gradient. I found this one by scrolling through. Just going to right click, copy, go back to Microsoft Picture It, drop it and paste it in, take it all the way to the bottom layer, and just resize it so that it fills up the whole page. I'm going to bring up my Fortnite Battle Royale again and kind of superimpose it over the plate, give it a shadow. That's the name of this mock-up. That'll be my name for the mock-up. Make that shadow a little softer. And then I'll just add another text box and say set includes colon. Shrink this down a little bit, drop it in this open spot, make another text box because I want to do this text a different size, and I'll say plate circle, cup wrap. And this would be if you're selling a digital copy, you would say, the plate circle, cup wrap, and chip bag. And you can also send the same thing if you are giving them a sample and just tell them the set includes cups, plates, and chips, filled chips. But in this case, I'm making this as a mock-up, as if you're going, if it's going to be a digital copy. But to make it a mock-up for items that you're going to actually assemble, you just don't add wrap. You just say you're going to have cups, plates, and chips. Alright, so now this gives a finished look, and you've just made a complete mock-up really quickly and really easily, just using a few shape cutouts and changing out those shapes with a picture or superimposing a picture over those shapes. And you're ready to save this as a digital JPEG or a picture file to send to your customer. And then you use this same one when you're actually, you can use these same pictures when you're actually ready to make your originals. You would do your chip bag. This is a chip bag that I was working on. So, actually I could have just opened that one. Well, I'll go ahead and delete this. And this is a chip bag I was working on as a teacher's gift. And all I would do for these items, I would just drag up that picture. Make sure this one is loose. I would just drag up the picture from my plate into the sheet that I designed my potato chip bag or my chip bag on. Just pull it up just like that, from straight from your mock-up, or straight from, these are the background sheets, so you'd want to save a copy of those, or you might keep them open on your screen and just pull them in just like this to make your chip bag. I'll go and get a shape, just a colored shape. Let me change the color on that to show you. how easy it is to do. And then I'll make this my back. Take it down. I want to put it right on top of there, but I want to have my edge on top. So I'm going to bring that up to the top so that it won't get covered. And I'm just going to make the side and back of my chip bag just by putting in a colored shape. And I'm kind of just eyeballing this, but if you would like to know how to make a chip bag, you can check out the video that I have on making a custom chip bag, and it'll show you how to do this. And then just go down once again to your mock-up, switch to your mock-up, and then I'm just going to drag up the elements for my chip bag I'm designing. Go to my mock-up, I'm going to grab the birthday facts, drag those up, drop them, and just like that, from your mock-up, you make your actual items. Just by dragging them up. That was just a fluke in the software. I'm going to go down and drag up all those elements, and my chip bag will be put together just that quickly. All I have to do is print it out and put the chips in. So that's how I do my mock-ups, from mock-up to actual item. And you see just how easy it is. I could just pull this one out. Well, that one, the other one already has the shadow, so I'll go with that one because I already have the shadow on it. I'll pull that one out. And just like that, you have your chip bag made, and that took what, all of 3 minutes? So I always make my mock-up first, and then from there you have your whole set. You can make your whole set. So once again, you've been watching Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus, how to do a mock-up. And now I've just shown you in the same video how to change your mock-up into the actual items. If you have any more questions, or if you'd like for me to do individual items, if you want to see a more advanced design, feel free to leave some comments or some suggestions on what you'd like for me to make next, and I'll get started on some new tutorials. Thank you for watching Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus, and I'll see you next time.